Before Frank gets started, just want to update everyone. The Chicago Fire's victory is their 10th at Toyota Park this season. The team is 10-2-2. All three players that scored today, two were designated players, and the third was a mid-season addition. The Fire are 8-0-1 against Eastern Conference teams at Toyota Park. Frank, could you talk about the 3-1 victory over the Montreal Impact and give us your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, keep saying it was an important game, very good win for the team. Especially having played the midweek game, and with the turnaround and stuff like that, sometimes you get teams like they did with us playing midweek, and I mean they haven't played. But I told the guys it's good that we're playing and we're in a rhythm, because we're playing a very good team, and it was a big game for both sides. I think they needed this, as they're winding. I think they have 4 games left, and so it was a big win. Obviously, in the first half, they scored. We started off the game well, and off a long ball, we gave up that goal. But I think that the team believed in themselves, and we kept playing. They really never panicked and stuff, and we scored some very good goals. And it was just a great win. Played against a very good team, and now we gotta we have an opportunity to regroup and be able to train on certain things during the week and get ready for another tough opponent next week at home.
Go ahead, Seth.
The 3 guys that scored tonight are mid-season acquisitions. Are you at all? Are they farther ahead than where you expected them to be when they first came here, in terms of how they gelled with the team?
No, I mean, you always, when you bring players in, you expect that they'll fit in, and sometimes it takes. Sometimes certain guys, obviously, that transition is faster than others. But I mean, now they've been in the team for quite a while. So I mean, we do a lot of stuff in training, so there's a good understanding with the players. But this is what I expected, and I expect a lot more. These guys, I know they scored tonight, but they have a lot more to give, and I know they're going to be getting better and improving as the games come. And they're talented players, and I know that they have a lot more left to give. So I expect better and bigger things from them.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Frank, a lot of talk coming into this game was about Montreal kind of having nothing to lose. They were really pressing for that 5th playoff spot. Do you feel like leading into that goal by DeVio in the 21st minute, do you feel like Chicago came out more flat, or was it just a case of both teams really pressing and Montreal kind of pressing a little bit more?
No, I mean, I think we didn't come flat. I think we had a good mentality into the game. Everyone was ready to go. We knew we were playing against a very good DeVio. For me, his movement off the ball, he's a very clever player. From a tactical standpoint, we brought Logan a little bit deeper, because we didn't want Felipe finding those pockets between our back line and where he gets the ball, and obviously he combines very well with DeVio. They played a long ball, and Kamara heads the ball. I think that maybe our shape in the back would be better. And look, this guy scored. He's a great forward, so he scored a fantastic goal, and that happens in the game, and you move on. It's one play. The game is not over, and it's not the last mistake we're going to make. So I think the important thing is to learn from everything and move on, and I think that's what the guys did, and we knew that there was a lot left to play. I felt they did step up the pressure as the game went on, and we talked at halftime now, our ability to be able to play balls down the channels, and our forwards, McDonald, Chris, Alex, not to be able to be looking for those balls, because as they're pressing higher, it's very difficult to play the first option. We needed to look deeper, but I think that was a good belief. We never gave up. The mentality is very good with the group, and now we keep going. We're not satisfied, and I keep saying this, and this is where we are. We really haven't achieved anything. It was an important win for us at home. Great crowd. We're always very excited to be here in front of our fans, and we have a week to prepare for another tough opponent. A lot can happen. There's a lot of soccer left. We need to keep working, and like I keep saying, if we need to reach our goals, those expectations and what you put into it gets harder and harder because it's easy to fall off, but to maintain and keep going, you got to push more.
Oren.
Frank, I don't know what goals you set in the preseason, but tonight's win, you're now at 50 points in the standings. Can you talk about how important it is to reach that milestone, especially after the last 2 seasons not reaching the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 seasons, I mean, it happens with teams. They go through transition periods. I think that, you know, before that, I think we had a team that was very competitive. I mean, obviously we were in the conference finals and you fall short and it becomes very difficult at times, you know, to keep a lot of those players around because of the salary cap. So we went through this rebuilding period and now we got to keep just adding pieces. So we went through obviously a tough stretch, and you know it's not a period that we're happy with at all. You know, but we made certain mistakes, we learned from it, and it's the same like in the game. So I mean, obviously we're not where we want to be right now, and we just need to keep going because I mean, obviously if we reach the goals that you know the players set for themselves, which are pretty high, then I feel confident that we will be in the playoffs. But we're not there yet, and they know that.
Last question, Seth Gruen.
Arna's neck,
Yeah.
how is he, any reason you could?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't comfortable, you know, and I think we took him off the marks early on and put him on the 6 because he was having pain in his ability to turn, and he couldn't go. And I mean, it takes a lot for this guy to come off the field, you know, so we got to evaluate tomorrow, but the good thing is now we have the whole week just to get ready. And I think he'll be ready. He's having some pain and difficult to turn, but I think it's something that we can take care of over the next week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.